I'm gonna be doing my makeup routine today. I already did my skin prep and I had a little pimple that was still a little open, so I put a pimple patch over it. Okay, I had to move the camera. But first we're gonna go in with the Haus Labs foundation in shade 145 Light Cool. And what I like to do is I just like to put like a couple dots on my face, like 4 dots around my face. I go in with like a puff like this. This one's from Rom and D, and I got it off of a cushion foundation, but I ran out, so we're just gonna be using this for my foundation now. Now I go in with the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Gel. This one I like because it's not expensive and it does the job. So like I'll brush my eyebrows forward first so they look a little crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But then I brush them back like this, and then I just make like a line and try to keep them pretty center and like keep them all together, you know? And then it just like, I think it looks more put together, and that's why I do it. So now we're gonna do this eyebrow. And then I just go back in to both eyebrows and try to just like make them as good as I can. I conceal my eyebrows like around with the Rare Beauty in shade 210N. I use like this type of concealer brush, and I'll just dip into this because I don't really like using that, and I'll just like carve my eyebrows like that. Then I go in with the Rare Beauty contour stick in shade Happy Soul, and I'll apply some at the tip of my, or like this part, and just like in these spots for contour, and then I'll put a line there, one there, and one's a little thicker, so we're gonna match it. 2 there, and then I like to put some on my like eyelids. Trust the process, you'll see why later, because I like to make my face look like that. And then I'll use a like dense brush, and I'll just go in, and I like to go up with my contour. It looks a little bad right now, but trust. And then here I just like swipe up like that and like that. See, it might be like, what are you doing, like what the heck, but trust, it will look good. Sometimes I also like to go down if it's too high up. And then I do this one around my forehead and connect all of my contour. And I also try to blend the concealer with it as I'm doing this. And then with a smaller brush, I go into my nose contour, and I just go like that and try to really blend it, because then it looks bad down here if you don't blend it well. And then I just go into my eyebrow like this. And then if it looks a little bad, I try to add concealer just to fix it up a little bit, and then I'll go back in and I'll blend it in, but like that. And then I carve like, or like, I don't even know what this is called, but I do these sides just to make it look cleaner. I just put concealer here, and it just makes it look more snatched. Like I'm gonna blend it out, but it'll look good, you'll see. And then I will go in with the Rare Beauty blush in shade Hope, and I don't really like using the products this and putting it on my face, so I'll just like put it on this brush, and obviously I'll like scrape this off because then it's too much product because it's really pigmented. And then I will go in and put it on like my cheeks at the top, like here. I just like that placement. Oh, I forgot to put concealer here. Just put some concealer there. And I also put a little bit of blush. And I try to blend it as well as I can, but I will go back in and blend it all together later. So it's okay if it looks a little crazy or a little too much, because you'll go back in. I'll go in with the Merit, I think it's like just the stick, concealer stick, I forgot what it's called, or complexion stick, and it's in shade Dune. And here, wait, my eye's a little watery, but I'll put it like here in my corner, like the inner corner of my eye, and then on the outside I'll try to like do that, just so it gives me like a lifted effect. Oh my goodness, yeah, my eye was wet, so, or crying, I don't know why, but sometimes it just does that. And then I'll go in with the same powder puff I was using for my foundation, and I'll just go like this and blend it downward into like the middle part. And I like to do that because then it like carves out more of like the contour I put here, and then here I'll just like bring this out to here. You see, like it just gives like a slight lifted effect, and that's why I put the contour there in the beginning, because it just makes it look so good. And once I do that, I blend out all of the concealer that I put around my face, so the part on my nose, and then I'll go back with my brush and I'll just like reshape it if I need to. So there we go. And then don't forget to blend out also this, because sometimes it just looks so perfect I just forget to blend it, but do not forget. And then I'll go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow highlight, and this is in shade Champagne, and I'll just put it right here under my, like on my brow bone, just to give a little bit of a glow. It just gives it a glow, so that's why I like to use it. Also, sorry if you could hear my mini fridge. You probably can. I'm sorry about that, guys. Then I'll go back in with the blush. You see it's a little so I'll just try to blend it and make it look a little bit more seamless. It's not too bad, it didn't look too bad, but like spots that are really strong, I'll blend out, and I'll just like try my best to blend it with the rest of my makeup. Then I'll go in with the One Size setting spray, and I'll just like set on my face. Then I get a powder puff, and I go in with the One Size translucent setting powder, and I just like dip it because I took off the cap, and I like to put it around my nose just to like have an even amount on the puff. Do you see it's a little more even? Wait, it's not yet. Okay, now it's more even, and then I go into my under eyes, and I'll just set with the rest of that powder. And I'll only set spots that I need to be set. I won't set my whole face with the powder, just because I feel like then it takes away from like the glow of your makeup, because I do have my setting spray, so I should be fine. So then I'll just go like around my forehead, and I'll also put some on my eyelids because my eyelids tend to crease. And then I will go around my mouth, all around, to try to get those smile lines as well, because my smile lines crease. And then I'll put some powder around my nose, because this usually is where I will So, and then I just like to also set this part of my concealer, even though I don't get oily there, or like that doesn't really crease. I still like to set it because it just makes it look more put together with the rest of the concealer. And while my nose like sets, I'll go in with the Line Out Loud by NYX in shade Leave a Legacy. This is like my favorite lip liner, and I'll just line my lips. I'll show you. Now that they're lined, I need to go get a new one, but this is the Dior Lip Glow Oil in shade 1, I think. It's shade pink. And I'll just go and put some lip gloss on my lips. Then I go in with my Shiseido eyelash curler. This is my favorite one out of all the eyelash curlers I've tried. Let me just clean it. And I'm just gonna curl my lashes. This looks so good. My lashes are very straight though, so my curl tends to just like go down. I also curl my bottom lashes. So I'll just flip it upside down and I'll curl my lashes. My eye is starting to water. Ignore that, but you see it just like makes them look really good in my opinion. When my lashes are curled, I'll go in with the Paranormal by L'Oreal in shade Blackest Black, and I'll just go in and I'll start applying it on my lashes. It's okay if it gets messy like this. I'll show you how to get rid of that in a second. But I do one coat of this first, and then I go in with my bottom lashes. So once it looks like this, then I go back into the tube and I'll just do the other side. Then I'll go in with the Telescopic by L'Oreal in shade Blackest Brown. And again, I'll just get one coat, just take it out of the tube, I guess. And then I'm gonna go in, but I'm only gonna put this at the tips of my lashes to make my lashes look longer. Because if you put it at the base of your lash, for me at least, it weighs them down a lot. Because I don't know, it's something about the formula. Oops. It's something about the formula that just like, it's just really heavy for my lashes. I feel like it just makes such a difference compared to like the other lash. Like, look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Then I'll obviously go back into the tube and do the other side. I like to make sure I get these end pieces a lot, just because I feel like it makes my lashes look longer, makes them look more put together as well. I'll only do that with my top lashes though. And then I go in with a lash separator and I'll just comb through them to get any excess product off. I'm gonna show you guys how I get rid of these like marks left, like if I get messy and stuff with my mascara. I go in with a spoolie. You could use whatever spoolie, it's just the one I have, and I will just like go like that. It kind of hurts a little bit just because it's like a little irritating for your skin, but honestly it gets the job done without really taking your makeup off under. Just be like a little careful because it makes my eyes water. I don't know if it makes other people's eyes water, but it makes mine water. And so that really gets rid of a lot of it. And then I'll try to just wipe it off as much as I can. See, it's like all gone. That's why I love that method. I saw it online. Then I just go and get rid of all of the excess powder on my nose, and I'll use the rest of the loose powder and put it on my eyes, like around my eyes, sorry, and just so that my eyelids don't crease. I will set my face once again, and then I'll just go back and look at my lashes, and I know this is bad, but I curl them again. And just because, like I said, they like to go down a lot, but this is basically the only time I'll curl them with mascara on, just because after this they don't go down throughout the day. They stay like this all day, which I'm really glad, because it saves my lashes from getting curled with mascara. And when you're curling them, if you're gonna curl them with mascara, just be very careful. Make sure that you have a steady hand and you're not rushing, because you could pull your lashes out. So just be very careful with that. And that's really it. I will go in with the Paranormal once again, just to make my lashes look a little fuller. I don't know, it makes sense in my head. And I'll only put it really at the base. And if I see some lashes that just bother me a lot, I'll try to make them a little longer. I don't even know if that did something, but in my head it does, so it makes me feel better. And that's it. That's the makeup routine. I like to think that it's kind of simple and it's not too hard to do. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helped whoever wanted to know my makeup routine. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll keep uploading shorts, so just watch those, because I like to upload shorts more than actual videos. But yeah.